What's up, guys? It's Duke here from sportsgamers.com, and in this Madden 20 tip, I'm going to show you the absolute best route combination, the best passing concept in all Madden 20 that's going to allow you guys to easily move the ball through the air against any coverage or any blitz. This tip is instantly going to improve your passing game greatly. Now, before we go any further, guys, please subscribe to our channel. You'll see the subscribe button in the corner of our video, and click the little bell icon to turn your notifications on so you don't miss any of our videos. Now, in the meantime, if you want to get better at Madden 20 or just Madden in general, be sure to check out sportsgamers.com. We have the best Madden 20 tips and ebooks available for you guys. But without further ado, let's get into the tip video. So, what I'm going to show you can be done from any playbook. I'm in the Raiders playbook here, but any playbook, many formations, and many plays overall. Obviously it's a pass, and if you have a hot route master at quarterback or a receiver with a slot apprentice or a tight end with a tight end apprentice, it's much easier to do. But even if you don't, there's certain plays in most playbooks in the game that will give you what you're looking for to create this route concept. So I'm just going to go through the playbook real quickly, and you can see in trips tight end, basically what we're looking for is a play it's going to have a nice post route that we can use. And you can see trips tight end, we're really looking for a tight end post. It doesn't really have it. So that's what we're going to be looking for. And again, you can see bunch tight end, unfortunately, doesn't have it. However, strong close or even I form close with the receiver right there, receiver out, or strong close with receiver out, both have it. So we're just going to pick receiver out and strong close. And this is, a very effective play from a formation that has a good run game. So that's another thing. Doing this from a formation with a good run game actually will make the defense play formations that can stop the run good, such as a 3-4 odd. So we're going to start with cover 4 drop. Pretty common coverage you'll see. And I'm going to show you guys how to set this up. So the one thing you'll want to definitely do is you're going to want to make sure that you put your tight end that's, on the post route. Make sure that's your best tight end. And I will say that if he meets the medium route running threshold, that's going to be really good because he's going to run that post route much better. So if you guys don't know the thresholds for all pro, it's 90. For all Madden, it is only 85. So we're going to go ahead and block the running back. So if they do blitz, we at least have one blocker. We're going to put the left slot receiver in a hitch. We're going to wheel the fullback, and we're going to put the receiver that's on the other route next to the tight end. We're going to put him on a slant. Now, guys, I would recommend subbing in a fast running back at fullback. So if he goes out on the wheel, he's going to be easy to hit. But we'll do that for the next play. For now, we'll just leave him in. The last thing we do is we motion the slant over and snap the ball once he gets past the hitch route. So as you guys can see here, the one thing that's very, 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 very hard to guard on this play is the motion slant route. And I've actually broken this down in another video already recently out of Gun Bunch. But anytime you have a motion slant like this, it's pretty much an unguardable route unless they user it, because it gets really good. First of all, it's going to get, if they are man coverage, great separation, which I'll show you. But it gets underneath the zones really, really easily so that you're able to easily fit that ball in there just like this. And it's going to do that against any zone. And even if the coverage is a little tight, a little hairy, you can lowball it and it's unguardable. Basically, they have to user it. So that's one thing about the play right off the bat. You'll see that no matter what the coverage, unless they user that route, it's going to be open at some point, whether you need to lowball it or not. It's just, some point it's going to be open. Put Boston Scott in the game at fullback. So let's get back to the receiver route. So that was cover 4. Now, the thing about this, guys, is if they somehow have if they have the post, I'm sorry, not the post, but the slant covered, that's okay, because the route combo that we're also working with the tight end on the post that works with the hitch, that is also something that will need to be used, because one way or the other, and again, you want to snap it while he's in motion, you don't have to necessarily wait for him to pass that receiver, just so he's in motion. So make sure he is still in motion when you snap the ball. Right about there is fine. But anyways, the hitch works really well at the post, so that one of those two will always be open. If the defenders sit down on the hitch route, so that they're in front of the hitch route so you can't throw the hitch, the post is always going to be open. However, if they go with, honestly, both are wide open here, as you can see. I could have thrown the hitch or the post, but if they do go run with the post, then the hitch will be open. This is a great route combo that's going to expose all zones. Now here you can see that the slant was open again. Another thing that really does help the slant get open is this wheel route to the fullback out of the backfield, because any flat type zones that are over on that side of the field, the right, it's going to pull them away, leaving the middle of the field vacant. So basically on this play design, you just basically look for the user. If he's going to guard the route concept with the slant that we motion, we can always hit the post or the hitch. But if he stays over to go run with the hitch or the post, whatever is getting open in the defense he calls, then we're going to go ahead, or that they call, then we're going to go ahead and hit the slant. Maybe even the running back out of the backfield or the fullback out of the backfield if they blitz us. Now this is going to be cover two sync at that. We do the exact same setup just to show you how to attack it really easily. So again, you can see the same setup, and this time it's cover two sync. So first of all, you can see that slant is open right off rip. Again, if they don't use or guard that, that's open every time. Even if the coverage looks tighter, like if I would have waited a little bit longer than I should have to throw the ball, it's still going to be open for at least a low ball opportunity, as you're going to see here. You guys can see, even if you wait a little bit too long, and the worst case scenario, you can low ball it. But let's just say that they do cover that up, right? For whatever reason, they do guard that, and we need to look elsewhere. Okay, so if that happens, then you want to, again, like I said, move on to the hitch and the post part of the read. So again, you can see here, that is always going to get open. Now, the great thing about this is even if they're trying to scream at you, whether it's cover 2, cover 4, man, whatever, they're doing like a 7-man blitz. I realize we're not blocking but one guy, so they're going to get some sort of pressure, but the reads here are so fast between the post, slant, and hitch, and even the wheel route, someone's always quickly going to be open. Like right here, you can see we hit the hitch. Now, if they would have guarded the hitch right away, we would have hit the slant or the post over the middle, right? And then the other great thing about this is if they happen to be blitzing us without any flats, here they did cover the flats. But say they were in like cover 4 or something without flat zones, or maybe man defense but without guarding the fullback, he's going to be wide open. So a good example of that would be like if they played edge blitz or like one of the man run defenses that people do like to play. Now, there are new run defenses that are kind of come out in the past like week or two that has made edge blitz a little bit less common. However, I'm still seeing a decent amount of edge blitz, so I do want to just show how we could beat that. So again, here's edge blitz. All right, so again, if they're in and this could even be like if they're in a just any sort of man-to-man base blitz, whether it's edge blitz or even like pinch buck, which is more of a blitz and not a run defense. But edge blitz, they do tend to blitz a lot of guys, so you guys can see there. In a situation like that, obviously the fullback's unguarded out of the backfield. We can easily hit him for, big yardage. And if they do go manly guard him, you'll see that, like I told you guys, remember the slant is open right away off that motion, and the post and the hitch are both really quick reads. Get this here if they do take the fullback away, so you can't just hit him out of the backfield really easily, like they put this kind of flat or something, or they just even man the fullback up, whatever the case may be. Obviously we have to go somewhere else. So in that case, like I said, the reads over the middle of the field are going to be really easy for you to attack with, just like that. Look how much separation that slant has. And if you have a speedy receiver like this, you might even be able to take it to the Caribbean. The Caribbean. So that's always a good read. If they somehow are able to take away the slant and the fullback, which is pretty much impossible, to be honest with you, if you're going to blitz like this from man, then we would either hit the hitch or the post. Because guys, one thing you need to know about the hitch is even if they're just playing straight man, like not even blitzing that much, and even the good thing about this play is, like, obviously, as you guys should know, hitches and motion slants, they can't even be pressed. If you're pressing or the defense is pressing, it doesn't matter. But you can always low ball hitch against man coverage, and it's always going to be like 5 yards minimum. It's not going to be like the biggest gain ever, but as you guys can see here, it's there every single time. It's free yardage, basically. So that's that. Now, the last thing I want to show is if they happen to play cover 3. Not a huge fan of cover 3, but let's just say that they did play some sort of cover 3, whatever. This is going to attack that really easily, too. Like I said, this will beat any coverage, man, zone, and it's really good against the blitz, too. There's really not much they can do against this setup as long as you make the right read. So, once again, motion over the slant. You guys are going to see that the slant is pretty much open every single time. Like, they're going to have to manually guard that, right? So, let's say that they do. let's go ahead and man this guy up on the slant to go with all the zones we already have. And it probably honestly still is going to get open if I'm just being real, because it's super hard to guard unless you use her. Even manning him up doesn't work that great. Let's just say that he is, though. He is obviously still open. But again, exactly what I'm saying. I know my post just dropped the ball, but if you, I don't know why, because if you take a look at the replay, it's a perfect pass. He's wide open, and we even clicked on to get the dive catch, which pretty much never drops the ball. But you can see he's wide open. We get the dive and catch animation, and I don't know, we just dropped the ball. But hey, that hardly ever happens. So that is a great read for us. So this play is really, really deadly. Like I said, it's not even really the play. It's just the routes that we have, and it's a double progression. You know, we work the motion slant with the wheel route out of the backfield, and then we work the hitch with the post. Those two little two-man route combos, or those two-player route combos, I should say, both of them have to be user guarded against any sort of coverage. There's not really good coverage scheme to take that away without being usered. And obviously there's only going to be one user on the field unless we're playing something like squads. But we're talking about 1v1 here, so that's not going to be an issue. So hope you guys enjoyed the tip, man. We've been putting out a lot of great content. I really thank y'all for the support. We're very, very close to being partnered on YouTube, which is going to be big for us. So until next time, it's Duke, and I'm out.